back to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look on how to do the braided bind off, or in this case, add a nice edge on your knitting. It's very useful for a neckline on a sweater also, when you wanna have a fine edge very quickly, or for such special effects like here on my Pulsera wrist warmer. You're gonna need a needle from a needle set, plus a circular needle. In this case, one in the same needle size as the knitting is knit. We also need a needle to sew, a thick one, and scissors. And of course, the yarn. Here I have 2 skeins, but it's totally enough to take one. It depends on how fluffy you want it. You can use up some small amounts of scrap yarn with it. Okay, let's get started. So this is a scrap yarn from my Flare flower bag. You can learn how to do fair aisle knitting for free on my website rowenameier.com or on my YouTube channel. Once you've watched the video, you'll be able to do it in no problem, guaranteed. Watch the video for Pulsera wrist warmers. Okay, let's go. Now you either have a knitted piece where you already have stitches on the needle right now. Then of course you don't want to pick up any stitches because you want to bind off. But what we do now is a decorative edge instead, and we need to pick up stitches. So we can use our stitches here or below. Depends on what you like. Take the lying stitches like me now. And it's very easy. Just prepare your threads or the thread here like this and pull it through. That's all about picking up stitches, right? Just enter in this lying stitch and get the thread and pull it through. It's very easy to see every single stitch here from the bind off before, so you won't make any mistakes. Just pick up one lying stitch and get your thread through. If you're a crocheter, you can do that with a crochet hook, just the same way, and maybe you can put the new stitches from your crochet hook on a circular needle. Do it like this, but it's very loose here and it's easy to pick up stitches with my circular needle as well. So I have here 5mm or US size 8. It's the same as my work was knit. I think you already get that. And see you later. Okay, so when you've picked up your stitches in the round or just have stitches on your needle already, pull the whole circular needle through until you have the first one on the left needle. So we take up our other needle from the needle set, and this one should be one size bigger than the other one, or the work was knit. So I have here 5 and I take 6mm or US 10. We need 2 additional stitches. To do this, go from the front to the back, pick up the thread and put it on the needle from behind. Once again, from the front to the back, get the thread and put it on the left needle from the back side. Now, let's go. The very first stitch is knitted normally. After that, the following stitches are always knitted through the back loop. So the next 2 stitches we knit together through the back loop. So both on the back side and get the thread through. So this is my new stitches. The last one I'll put back on the left needle. And the other one almost, because we continue with knitting through the back loop. Okay, so you can leave the needle in and get the thread for knitting through the back loop. And after the first one, the next 2 are knitted together through the back loop. So enter the 2 stitches on the back side, get your thread and pull it through. That's the whole process. So you put it back on the left needle and the other one as well, but you have the needle here and get your thread for the first stitch. The second stitch is 2 stitches together through the back loop. Get the thread and knit it like that. So you have 2 stitches. One goes back, so the other one goes back too, and we knit through the back loop. And the next 2 together through the back loop. 2 stitches on right needle and put it on the left needle. So you can see how pretty here. Once more, first needle back, needle still in, get the thread, 1 stitch is knitted, and next 2 stitches together through the back loop. Again, back on left needle. Can you see our nice spread here? So you just keep on doing this and you'll get into a flow and you'll get faster and faster. And generally this variation of bind off is almost the fastest way to make a beautiful neckline or a decorative border. You can knit it on any knitted piece. So please keep doing this until the end of the round, and there I'll show you how to connect the end with the beginning so that no one can see that this was not knitted in the round. So see you. Okay, I'll show you the last few stitches. I've already knitted the first stitch through the back loop. The next 2 are knitted right together through the back loop. Like this. And this one goes back to the needle. Knit 1 through the back loop. Now you only have the option with these 2 stitches left. Knit it together. through the back loop. That's all right. So, and that's it. 2 last stitches. Put it back on your circular needle so they're safer with the rope. And you may cut your thread with maybe, let's say, 10 centimeter, 12 centimeter length, or 5 inches maybe. And our sewing needle comes into play. In principle, we make a Kitchener stitch now. This is used to join stitches invisible. So we actually imitate a stitch with the sewing needle and the thread. So that's we join the end here with our beginning. We have a little knobby here, and we'll hide that right away too. So if you have your thread on the needle, the first thing you do is slip into your first stitch from the right back to the left front. You may even drop this stitch now. And now find the first stitch length from the beginning, the one that looks nice. This one is not good, but take the next one. If you would need less chunky, we could take the first one and put the needle through, and we go back to our first stitch we started. And from the top to the bottom, pull the thread through. And immediately repeat what we did before with our second stitch on the needle. Slip in from back to front. Let the stitch go. Maybe keep on an eye a bit. You want to go there again at the end. And we'll take our second lying stitch of the beginning. And we'll slip in from right to left through both legs. And before you pull all the way tight, we'll go back into the stitch from before. Look, that is all the magic. So that means we tied a little bit here, not too much. The stitch remains visible, and you have a wonderful and fancy edge here. So with your sewing needle, you simply pass the thread here on the reverse side of your work, so you can see below many other threads. One more, no problem. It's more warm then. This is our twosome now. Looks great, doesn't it? And in general, you can make this braided bind-off or the deco edge on any knitted thing you wish. It would also go on a completely different garment or something crocheted. So you can just add this border in a really short time. There are no limits to your imagination. If you feel like it, send me a picture of your piece, either on Instagram or send me a message here. And if you feel like needing my Pulsera wrist warmers, You can find the instructions on my website, rowenameier.com. On my YouTube channel, there is also the free course for learning fair owl knitting. I'll explain you how to knit easily a two-color pattern like this one. And you're not far away from knitting yourself some great accessories or garments in two colors. So see you around. Bye bye.